Okay, we are right now in the middle of a rain delay. We're hanging out in this Blair Witch Project looking cabin in the middle of the rainforest. And as it would turn out, Mario started to look behind this door, and as he did, he said, Coyote, there is a massive turnip-tailed gecko on the door. Now, this is one of my favorite gecko species, one of the largest gecko species here in Costa Rica. Oh yeah, it's huge. Look at the size of its tail. Now, one of the cool things about these lizards is that during times of drought, they can store all sorts of nutrients and fat in that tail. Now, they've got very velvety skin, so it's got to be a fast catch, but it's also got to be very, very gentle so that I don't. That's actually perfect that he's going right now. Got him.
Nice.
I just decided to go for it in case he was going to get up and into those rafters. Wow. Okay, like crouch down and get him to be calm as can be. Their skin is incredibly velvety. All right, so Christina, this is one of the coolest gecko species here in Costa Rica. Now, they can climb up pretty much any surface with the pads on the bottom of their feet. They are very, very, very delicate. They can drop their tails, and their skin actually rips very easily. So you want the lizard to not be struggling at all. You see I'm holding it there instead of further back, because if it can shift its body around, then you could hurt the skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently hand it off to you. Place your two fingers there, like that, just kind of in between your finger and your thumb. There you go. We're gonna let him clasp onto your fingers like that. Wrap your hand down. Cup him with the top of your hand. Awesome. Now if he squirms.
Very velvety.
Yeah, right? Bring it up a little bit closer to your face. Now look at his eyes. What do those eyes look like?
This looks like a Velociraptor.
It does, and the gecko eyeball is actually something that gave a lot of inspiration to the design of the Velociraptor eyeballs in Jurassic Park. The gecko with its vertical pupil like that has amazing eyesight at night. Of course, with these lights, it's thinking, oh my gosh, this must be Close Encounters of the Gecko kind. I've been abducted by aliens. Humans, really, but to this gecko, we certainly are aliens. So let me borrow him back from you for a second.
I can feel it on my fingers. Whoa.
See how he's latched on?
It's like sticky tape. It's latched on there pretty good.
So they have claws and pads. I want to just hold him upright like this. See that foot there? Go ahead and pull his foot back a little bit. Just this one. Feel the pads and you feel the claw on the end of it. That allows them to move up and down any surface. So the little pads will let them hold on to glass, and the claws, certainly tree bark, or in this instance, the inside of a creepy Blair Witch Project cabin.
Very creepy.
And one thing that lizards will do once they realize that they've been caught, they aren't being bitten, aren't being scratched, aren't being eaten, they will just completely calm down. You can see right now this gecko is just thinking, I'm gonna store up my energy for the second that I have the opportunity to bound back off onto the wall and escape.
Too cool.
Pretty cool, right? So one other really cool feature that I started to explain was look at the size of its tail.
That's a fat tail.
So I said it was called a turnip tail gecko. Can you see why?
Yeah.
What's its tail look like?
A turnip. I don't eat much of those though.
Neither do I. But in this instance, this is an incredibly healthy lizard, and all of that fat and nutrient reserve in there would sustain this lizard for months if there was a drought and this thing had to hunker down and not be out hunting.
That's pretty cool.
Right? All right, so I'm gonna hand it back to you. We're gonna let you do the release. But this
So soft.
was pretty cool. Hanging out in a rain delay, and we managed to come across a very good size, very healthy, one of my favorite gecko species in the world.
I can see why.
And one of the coolest reptiles here in Costa Rica. Non-venomous, totally safe to interact with as long as you know how to safely get a hold of them. Never grab a gecko by its tail. And if you want, you can probably just let him gently run off your hand and up the wall. Maybe we'll still get some B-roll shots of him. Just real gently, kind of like put his chin onto there and he'll grapple on with his hands and he'll go blah, blah, blah.
Softest lizards I've ever touched. All right, my little friend. Oh, come on.
See what he's doing? He's playing dead right now. He's thinking,
It's very stiff right now.
Just kind of lean him up against the edge there and he'll grab on.
Go.
There you
go. Wow, look at that.
Sort of release with your thumb a little bit.
Oh!
Oh, there he is. And he's off.
He's under me right now.
Oh, he is? Okay, don't move. Hold on, you gotta get Okay, well, rain delay, but we found a way to make the best of it. I'm Coyote Peterson.
I'm Christina Wilson.
Be brave.
Stay wild.
We'll see you on the next adventure.